responsibility as a player and as a president of another league, yung men's league?
Wow, Sir Ricky Palou. Anyway, Sir Ricky, Tita Leonor, Tita Muzi, Sir Tony also, and Tita Rhea are very supportive naman of my volleyball career as well. So ngayon, they want me to also focus on my volleyball career with Creamline also. That's why they're also helping me with Spikers Turf. Actually, they're the ones naman na nag-guide talaga sa akin. So as of the moment, I'm just listening to them talaga, learning all the things that I have to learn para in the near future, sana makatulong din talaga tayo sa volleyball, lalo na sa men's volleyball.
As a follow-up lang, how do you see men's volleyball considering na last SEA Games, di ba, nag-silver sila, napaka-historic nun. So, to continue the momentum, what's your plan? How do you see volleyball, men's volleyball in particular, going in the near future?
Well, before this pandemic started, we had a meeting also. We wanted to start the men's volleyball earlier nga. Dapat we started, if I'm not mistaken, by March ata of 2019, but nagkaroon nga ng pandemic and hindi tayo naka-recover. But we're really looking forward to more tournaments. Sana mas madaming teams din ang makasali sa atin sa men's tournament. Ma-open din yung possibilities ng mga men's players, men's volleyball players na meron din silang pwedeng puntahan after nila maglaro sa bawat team sila in college or hindi man sa college. But yun, we're looking forward also to making the tournament or the league as a pro league as well. So we're praying and hoping for that.
Thank you, Alyssa and Sir Ricky and everyone. Good morning.
Salamat din, Joey Villar. Now we go to Peter Atencio ng Manila Standard. Peter, magandang umaga.
Good morning to everybody, to Mr. Palou, Miss Alyssa. Yun. Kumusta na ang transition mo ngayon? With Alyssa, kumusta na ang transition mo ngayon from going into professional, tapos may experience ka in the past, joining tournaments abroad? How does the experience add up to your present?
You know what, medyo, I would say, anticlimactic din talaga kasi it's so nice to be named as a pro volleyball player if we're really playing as of the moment, but medyo na-stop kami. So, yun, very excited lang to actually play right now, but my experiences before when I played for Thailand, for 3BB, and Taiwan for attack line, they were very professional. What I really think na we can bring it here is the parang mga tournaments na they have talaga parang mga home and away game. I really enjoyed that. Meron kasi silang mga hometowns din talaga. The teams are based on their own hometowns. So meron silang home and away games. And I was really happy that I was able to go around Thailand and Taiwan. So, and I think sa management or sa mga trainings, it's just the same. We train naman every day and we're doing it here also in the Philippines. So, other than that, I guess we're actually ready to really go pro or at this level.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Thank you po.
Okay, thank you, Peter. And now we go to Bigo of Rappler. Yeah, please go. Morning.
Hi, good morning, Alyssa. Good morning, Sir Ricky. So, for Sir Ricky naman, I would just like to ask, medyo follow-up din from Sir Peter's question. So, is the PVL's goal to be a destination for pro volleyball players abroad?
Well, I think at this point in time, are you talking about our players playing abroad, getting imported to play abroad? or players?
Yes, like players, even like the high level players coming in from abroad, like different nationalities playing as imports, ganon.
I think now it will be up to the teams to get imports that are really good. There are restrictions, however, by FIVP that it must be within the calendar, the off-season calendar. If our team is, and basically, I think any import will be allowed to come and play here provided they are not in conflict with the national teams of the different countries. So it will be up to the teams to really scout and look for good imports that they can bring to the league.
And then for Alyssa naman, so when you're returning to play in the PBL, you're gonna return as a professional player na. How are you guys preparing for the fitness naman, or what are you expecting na yung level of play nyo pagsa-start ng PBL?
Well, as of the moment, we're actually training pa nga online, but we've started siguro since April or March pa nga ata. So, we had also mga fitness tests during the quarantine, during the lockdown. So, I guess if yung question is the condition ng katawan, I think hindi naman siya mahirap ayusin. But actually, the hardest part is to really have that parang game condition. So we're really looking forward na mapayagan na kami ng IATF na makapag-training na support and hopefully get that chemistry. I think that's one thing also that we have to get back then, or get na masanay ulit yung chemistry namin as a team. So yun lang naman, but na-expect namin sa pagiging pro anong level. I guess since meron na kaming, siguro sa nameplate namin may nakalagay ng pro, everyone really, syempre added confidence also sa bawat isang players din yan. So, really looking forward na mas maging level up or mas maging intense pa yung competition kasi syempre lahat naman ng teams gustong makapanalo ng championship sa first ever pro league dito sa Pilipinas ng volleyball. Thank you.
Okay. Sige, thank you.
Thank you, B. Now we go to Camille Naredo of ABS-CBN News. Camille, good morning.
Hi, good morning po. Good morning, Alyssa and Sir Ricky. First question kay Sir Ricky, to follow up po dun sa tinanong ni B kanina about the imports. Before yun nga po, it's the teams that are coordinating with the imports. But now that you've turned professional, will the GAB be also involved when it comes to recruiting and hiring the imports?
Well, the Games and Amusement Board will not be involved in the actual recruitment of the players, but the foreign players that are being asked to play to get a professional license to play volleyball with a different team. So that's the only involvement that the Games and Amusement will have with the foreign players. The issuance of licenses for them to play.
Sir, medyo nag-allude po si Chairman Baham dito last Friday during the press conference about the salaries po ng players. As a professional league, do you intend to put a salary cap or a minimum level, a maximum level in terms of salaries of the players?
Well, those are one of the things that we have to discuss with the team owners. We've spoken to them about our plans and about all of this, about salaries, minimum and maximum. And also we've actually spoken to them about drafting, but nothing yet has been finalized. So one of these days we'll sit down with them and finalize all of these plans.
Then one question lang kay Alyssa, kasi na-mention mo na nga na naglaro ka na sa Thailand, and the Thailand league is actually a professional league. So I was wondering, did you have to get a license from that, and did GAB in any way assist you in your stint sa Thailand?
If I'm not mistaken, if I remember it correctly, I had to get my ID there's a like a player's ID. Yeah. Yun lang
ITC.
ata. ITC, and then everything was parang processed by the Thailand Volleyball Association na. So, yun lang yung kailangan ko just to play for the tournament, the ITC.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Sir Ricky. Thanks, Alyssa.
Thanks, Camille.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Camille. Alyssa, clarification. IT, from the FIVB yun nakuha. Yung ID. Yung ID, player's ID.
But I think it has to pass through our NSA before I have to get it from the FIVB. If I remember it correctly po.
Yeah.
Right, Sir Ricky?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Iba yung processing sa FIVB, ano. Anyway, thank you very much. And now we go to Randolph Leongson for FB questions, no? Randolph.
Good morning po, Sir Ricky and Lai. Ang daming nanonood sa atin sa Facebook live stream natin at pinupupog tayo ng maraming questions. So simulan na natin from Sir Lito Oredo. Tinatanong po niya to Sir Ricky Palou, any update po on the leadership status ng volleyball sa FIVB? Totoo daw ba po na ang FIVB ordered an election that will include all the contending groups in our country? Siguro in relation po to dun sa strife dun sa federation between the LVPI and yung PBF, I believe.
Okay. This has been always a concern of FIVB. Basically, they're saying there are two NSAs in the Philippines. One is the LVPI and the other one is the PBF. The PBF is a member of the FIVB, but with no rights. When you say practically suspended. And LVPI is not really a member, it's a provisional member. So as far as FIVB is concerned, there is no entity in the Philippines that is active right now in the FIVB. So they have asked the Philippine Olympic Committee to settle this issue once and for all as to who will be the legitimate NSA that FIVB will accept as its member, as its regular member. So they have asked the Philippine Olympic Committee to call a meeting of all volleyball stakeholders in the Philippines, something like a general assembly, and then have an election once this general assembly is called for. Then when that happens, then they will recognize who the legitimate NSA in the Philippines are. Unfortunately, because of what's happening in the POC, they're also ready to have elections. I think this month, November 27, they have not been able to do this. So we're hoping that after the POC elections, the POC can now look at the problem of Philippine volleyball. We'd like, as far as we're concerned, I think all stakeholders would like this settled as soon as possible to avoid any more conflicts in the future.
Ito po, tanong ni Sir Mike Murillo of Business World kay Lai na muna. How much of a welcome change is it na kumbaga naging pro na yung PBL na makakabalik na rin kayo hopefully yung volleyball action sa Pilipinas after months na walang action?
We're really happy na kumbaga hindi lang kami babalik as volleyball players but babalik kami as pro volleyball players at that time. So nilook forward na nga namin yung pagbalik namin pero may added na inspiration pa kami para maglaro kami ng mas maganda at mas mataas na level ng volleyball kasi nga we're named as like pros already. So yeah, very excited. I hope everyone's excited to see us play again.
Marami po nagtatanong ng fans natin sa live stream in relation dun sa schedule na mangyayari. Sir Ricky, will we follow yung FIVB calendar po when it comes to, kumbaga, laying out yung mga tournaments natin for the upcoming season?
No, we do not because it's in conflict with the school leagues. If we follow the FIBB calendar, we will come into conflicts with our school leagues, the UAAP and the NCAA. We don't want to do that. We don't want to actually feel like we're make the NCAA and the UAAP feel that we're competing with their volleyball program. So we are avoiding the